Hello, and on behalf of the entire Siege team, welcome to Operation High Stakes. If you're new to the game and joined us last season, or a veteran, millions of you showed up to check out this amazing experience. And we're building on top of that now. Not only do we have a new operator, a new gadget, and a new weapon, but we have updates, changes, and much, much more to show you. Now, we're going to introduce the next operator joining Rainbow Six Siege. Please welcome him in the anime short.
Ready to sabotage the prototype. How long until the disruption code is no good?
Under a minute. If we do this, the Carries Legion can't produce more custom explosives.
Did you hear that, Denari?
We need that code.
I heard her. I'm on it.
Now or never. Good luck, mi amigo.
Surveillance indicates more hostiles inbound. We need you Oscar Mike to Denari's location ASAP.
Quite the show! But it's time to go now.
Oh, my. Still work to do, mio fratello.
What you just witnessed in that anime is in fact the second assignment that you'll be able to experience yourself in Duelfront when Season 3 launches. Players will be tasked to take control of a carry safe room in the central of the neutral sector. Using a breaching payload that Dokkaebi gave us, thanks to the fact that we rescued her last season, that you need to activate in a hub computer in the center of the room and wreak havoc by downloading all their information and really figuring out how to stop them once and for all. But warning, when you do this, indestructible walls will close off the doorways you use to get into the room. So what does that mean? Anyone who's inside can no longer get out, and anyone who's outside can no longer get in. Now, this is Siege. There are more ways to get into a room than through the doorway. So think creatively on how to regain control of that safe room. And to all those bringing those out-of-box strategies that we're seeing in Duelfront with the combinations of our attackers and defenders, thanks for joining in, and we'll be continuing to evolve this mode over time. We'll be adjusting key game settings, bringing more operators to the mode, and of course balancing, as well as looking into making the mode more rewarding overall. So again, thank you for joining in. So we love what's going on in the district map, but we should talk about something that we mentioned at the Reload event. 3 new maps are joining the modernized pool: Nighthaven, Lair, and Consulate. Now, when you jump on these maps, try not to get distracted by how gorgeous they are, because they have all that new lighting, new textures, new materials, and of course, the new gameplay destructible ingredients. And as a reminder, 3 new maps will be modernized every season.
We've seen a spike in cheating since the launch of Siege X, and we get the frustration. This is a transition period, and catching new cheat behaviors is a top priority. We're working on improving how we handle edge cases to address concerns around false bans. We are building ShieldGuard to adapt fast, push updates live, and protect fair play. In Season 3, we are focusing on precision in how we detect and how we deploy. We've made major improvements to our live update system, cutting down friction for players and making security rollouts smoother. This means fewer disruptions and smarter targeting, especially preventing abandoned penalties and allowing for even more frequent updates. Behind the scenes, our AI detection is getting sharper. We've added new data points to improve accuracy and reduce false positives. At the same time, we're introducing new gameplay violations, with even more refinements coming throughout the season. We're also hard at work on the next major iteration of Mousetrap, aimed at detecting recoil tampering. While it's still in development, this system will be a key step forward and protective competitive integrity across PC and console. We keep reinforcing Shield Guard with every patch, update, and hotfix by focusing on targeting topics that have been affecting the community, wall hacks and anti-recall detection. These are firmly on our radar. We are monitoring them closely as we explore long-term solutions. The mission stays the same: protect the game, protect the players, and keep the pressure on cheat makers.
Let's talk about privacy settings. In Season 3, we're making some changes. This is a great feature for players who want to protect their identity during a match, and especially useful for streamers. So, we'll be making a change that nicknames will be automatically assigned to players who opt into this. At the end of a match, all of those nicknames will disappear so that you can still report players who are being toxic and they can't hide behind a nickname during the match. Finally, all of our privacy settings will be available for console players. So console players, you can look forward to this feature dropping at the start of the season. Communication is key in a game like Siege, which is why we're stepping up our voice chat protections in Season 3. We'll be tracking in the reputation system negative reports for voice chat toxicity. Our goal is to make sure everybody feels confident and welcome in a game like Siege and to use voice comms whenever they need to get a play done. On top of all of this, we're making sure that with every report you make, we can validate it and make sure it's as accurate as possible so that toxic players will be preemptively muted and players who want to comms have that opportunity. The last thing we want to touch on is feedback for our moderation. For us, it's really important that we're listening to you and that we can balance these things. When it comes to voice chat and text moderation, we want to hear from you. We want to give the opportunity for players who have a positive standing in the reputation system to give reports, and you'll have a way of doing this inside of the game. Let us know how we're doing, and for us to fine-tune these systems in the future so that players feel that the perception and the reports that are being made match with what they expect in a game like Siege.
In Year 10 Season 2, we introduced the Esports tab, with a focus on what is happening live and the schedule. We also wanted this to be a great guide for newcomers. In Season 3, we wanted to continue this ambition of making our pro scene more accessible and more visible to everyone. We're introducing the championship page, where you can learn more about our pro competitions. First, you see an overview page. When you first enter the overview page, you see participating teams and upcoming matches. But you can also go into details and see the group stage and the brackets. We also wanted to showcase a journey a team faces towards the 6th Invitational. That's why we're adding a standing page. There, you can follow your favorite team and see if they're qualified for DSI. In the upcoming seasons, the Esports tab will continue to grow to create a better bridge between our pro scene and the in-game experience. So stay tuned. Now that we've explored our esports scene, let's bring the competition closer to home with Siege Cup. As a reminder, this season, Siege Cup will be happening every weekend. And you can now inspect your squad stats so you can prepare like never before.
Now, before we dive deep into balancing, I'd like to take the opportunity to talk about the audio system update. This new foundational system will continue to evolve going forward, and we appreciate all the feedback we've already received on it. So please don't stop providing that feedback. This is an evolving system that will improve over time. Ballistic shields have the ability to throw gadgets from behind cover. We're actually updating the animations behind that, and now the shield user will become a little exposed when taking this action. It's important to remember this when you're deploying those gadgets. Moving to our operators, Blackbird will receive 5 changes. 1, he can no longer break through a full health barricade while on rappel. 2, ADS is now blocked and cancelled when rappelling in through a window. 3, the shield now folds completely while reloading. 4, the MK17 will have a reduction in ammo capacity, meaning 5 less rounds in each magazine. And 5, the hull adaptive shield will have 1 less breach charge. Magnified scopes. This is a hot topic in the community and an even hotter topic on the defense side of the field. What we're doing is a final adjustment to this magnified scope logic throughout the entire game. The removal of all magnified scopes from operators that are not wielding a DMR or a slug shotgun. So that means Doc, Rook, Frost, Tachanka, Castle, and Echo are all losing their magnified scopes. One exception is that Echo will actually receive a boost in his speed based on this change. Now, moving on to weapons. I'll be the first to admit that the Reaper MK2 is a little squirrely on the recoil. So with the launch of Season 3, we'll actually be improving the recoil on this weapon pretty significantly. So this will be great for those who have been enjoying Aurora. But we're also going to do something a little different. We're going to reissue the improved Reaper Mark II to 4 additional operators. Those operators are Ying, Oryx, Pulse, and the legend himself, Sledge. And while we're on the topic of weapons, our recruits are getting armed up a little bit differently coming into Season 3. Striker will be receiving the SR-25, and Sentry will be receiving the TCST-12.
Changing mags! Cover me!
You made a bad bet. Play the odds and risk it all. But you're playing my game now. And I'm here to clean house.
There's more to Denari than what you saw in the CGI. It's time to connect the dots. He's a defender designed to block down entry points, stall out pushes, and force attackers to rethink their approach. As the first Swiss operator, Denari will be joining Nighthaven this season. Let's talk about his gadget, the trip connectors. They're designed to flip the attacker's plan upside down. Here's how it works. On its own, a connector does nothing, but place 2 within line of sight, and you've got a connection. The preview system makes the setup smooth. Hold the gadget and you'll see where it can connect and where it's currently blocked. Destroy the obstacle and the connection will lock in automatically. You start with 7 trip connectors that can all interconnect with each other. It's all up to you on how you want to use them. It's not about stealth. The lasers are bright, visible, and loud. Denari is all about area denial and time wasting. So think less trap and more about map control. Place your connectors creatively, hide the source, and force attackers to burn utility or reroute completely. Once triggered, the laser delivers enough damage to make you think twice, just like Aruni's Surya Gate. Like other electricity-based gadgets, it destroys gadgets in contact and slows down attackers for a few seconds, disrupting their momentum. It even guards breaks shield operators, so if you're fast, you can react to the unique sound cue and secure an easy kill. But be careful, attackers could use this alarm to bait you out. Weapon-wise, Denari's packing the Scorpion Evo 3. High fire rate, perfect for close quarter engagements. Not your style? The FMG9 is fast, clean, and reliable for more accurate gunfights. But the real standout, new season, new weapon, and we're happy to introduce the Glaive 12, our very first secondary slug shotgun. As a slug shotgun, the Glaive 12 delivers high damage shots that rewards precision. It is a quad barrel sidearm, letting you fire 4 powerful slugs before needing to reload. Perfect for players looking for something more destructive and lethal than a standard pistol. It's also great for opening sidelines for trip connectors, making it a perfect blend of lethality and utility. Speaking of utility, Denari brings the deployable shield and the observation blockers. Great for fortifying or masking your setups. And with 3 speed, 1 health, he can roam while keeping his side protected and reacting to any alarm that gets triggered. Denari tries when his nodes are protected. Pair him up with utility catchers like Jaeger or Wamai to stop attackers from tossing explosive his way. Mute and Mozzie are solid picks too. They'll help block anti-gadget drones from reaching the nodes. Want to get creative? Use Azami's Kiba barriers to reinforce angles and control space around the nodes. And if you're looking to double down on denial, team up with operators like Goyo, Smoke, Thorn, or Tachanka to funnel attackers into traps or force them into exposed positions. Of course, if you're on the attacking side, there are counters too. IQ can scan and ping Denari's trip connectors through walls, making them easy to locate. That's where Twitch, Zero, or Brava can come in to clear them out. If Denari clusters too many in one spot, an EMP is your best tool to shut down the entire network. Whether you're locking down the site during prep or saving a few connectors for a late round surprise, Denari opens the door to creative plays. His kit rewards smart setup, and it gives you a chance to put all the map knowledge that you've built over the years. We've already found some spicy setups, but let's be real, the Siege community always takes it to the next level. We honestly can't wait to see what you guys come up with.
I got to play the new operator Denari, and he is by far the most creative operator that you can use. Let me explain. The new operator has like literally unlimited different scenarios that you can do. You can set some up across the map, and you can use that secondary shotgun, the Glaive 12, with the trip connector, and you can connect these, and you can do it, you know, in the ground, but place one in the ceiling. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this in Siege, because, well, I can place these on stairs now. It's not like I just have to place stuff on doors or on windows. You can literally place these in between two couches. There's just so many possibilities that you can do with the trip connector. There's gonna be so much stuff that people are gonna see with this. His loadout is honestly one of the best in the game, in my opinion. And then on top of that, you have the Glaive 12 slug shotgun, and it just always helps to have a secondary shotgun. Everyone loves operators with secondary shotguns. So I really, really like the new slug shotgun, because not only are you gonna make the vert holes, the rotates, or even just add stuff to help with his trip connectors, but even just using it as a weapon. I feel like this operator is gonna change the meta a ton, because if I have the connector across the hallway or across the room and somebody wants to walk into the door, they're gonna have to use stuff like a Twitch drone way more often to even try and get to that connector. Same with Brava drones too. But when you have to have more Brava drones and you have to have more Twitch drones, you're gonna see people run Mute more. You're gonna see people run Mozzie more. The Jaeger, the Wamai, because if you wanna counter this, not only are you gonna use the Twitch drones, but you're also gonna need the explosives. So you're gonna see a lot of those operators more paired with this operator for strats. When I was playing with the devs, we were on Oregon and we were in the basement, and I was playing Denari, and I ended up setting all my trip connectors in the long hallway downstairs in the basement. So it literally looked like a whole like laser field. I think it was like 6 or 7 of them I had set up. Anytime anybody was pushing by pillar side, they literally could not go down the hallway. So they had to go to the doorways because they didn't have anything to even destroy, because we had like the ADSs and stuff set up. There was no time left, and they just sprinted through, and I wound up getting a free kill because I was just sitting in freezer the entire time.
That's a wrap for Operation High Stakes. We're building on the momentum of SiegeX, and this is a season of reaction where we're making updates and changes based on your feedback. We can't wait for you to get your hands on the new season, so check out the test server August 18th, that's tomorrow, and the full season launches September 2nd, so be there. You can check out the designer notes and the patch notes that'll come out soon for more details. And we can't wait for you to jump into Operation High Stakes. Thank you so much.